Before I forever take you off the face of this earth, I have one question for you. And honestly, it's a simple question, really. Did you do it? Did you subscribe to Meepski? No, I didn't. No. I see. Well then, that's quite unfortunate, my friend. Mopars. They're taking the nation by storm since everyone and their mom wants one, and most people who do get one act like complete idiots doing donuts and burnouts while traffic is still active. I'm not going to specify, but you know who you are. But I get it. You got a V8 rear-wheel drive muscle car, and you want to show off the car you bought, and that's completely okay. You know, if I had that car, I would be doing that shit too. Though it would be at a place where there's no cars and no traffic, where I could do it freely and safely. What is not okay is putting lives at risk and being completely reckless with your cars. If you want to do that shit, then go to takeovers, which is a whole other video for another time. You know, people are essentially cutting up in these cars, which is basically going over 100 miles an hour while weaving in between cars and traffic, and sometimes even cutting people off. Now, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to figure out why the hell that is so dangerous and life-threatening, not only to the drivers of the cars, but also to the innocent bystanders of your shenanigans. Another thing people love doing in these cars is running from the police. If you look up on YouTube, there are hundreds, hell, maybe even thousands of videos of police lighting people up, and they just floor it, and the police engage in a chase. Sometimes the police capture them. Most of the times, needless to say, the police get fucking dusted. Now, I don't condone running from the police, you know, especially when you don't have to, and you know that the car you're running in will not outrun the police. Have you ever seen somebody in a 2004 Toyota Camry outrun the police? Me neither. However, it can be very satisfying seeing the police get absolutely shitted on when chasing a Hellcat, a Demon, and hell, even Scats give them a run for their money. But let's talk about why people are steering away from these cars. And it's because they are so fucking easy to steal. I genuinely cannot believe that Dodge made these cars this fast and this powerful with like absolute dog shit theft protection. I bet a caveman could come up with something better. All you need is a key fob signal replicator, or whatever it's called, to unlock the car, pull the neutral switch by the shifter, and push the car away. Now, obviously, you're probably going to need multiple people, you know, for this job, but the point still stands. Like, you're paying like almost $100,000 for these cars just for them to get stolen in less than like 60 seconds. Is that not ridiculous? Now, there are some anti-theft products that you could use to better protect your car and to hopefully deter thieves from stealing it. Some of those, are, the kill switches, the air tags, the wheel locks, and, there's also a neutral plate cover, which covers up the neutral switch so that they can't pull the lever and push the car away. Though, if your car ever needs to be towed, it could be a problem since they can't access the lever to put the car in neutral. So do this at your own risk. Now let's get into, the real meat and potatoes, of this video. We are going to talk about the different trims and the different models for these Mopar cars. First up, the RT trim. It has a 5.7 liter Hemi V8 and it's rear wheel drive. I believe it's the lowest V8 trim they have available. Next up is the RT Scat Pack trim. Oh, yeah, here we go. I know everybody knows these. It has a 6.4 liter V8 engine and it's basically the Hellcat's little brother. It doesn't have the supercharger that the Hellcat does, and it has less horsepower too. but don't sleep on them. It can do almost anything a Hellcat can do. Speaking of the Hellcat, this is the most popular trim of the Chargers and the Challengers, as well as, the third most expensive. It has the 6.2 liter V8 engine, except this one has a supercharger, and it comes with 700 horsepower stock. Yes, you heard me, stock, with no mods or anything like that. This car is an unhinged beast. They are also very recognizable, and because of that fact, they get stolen more than scats do. Next up are the Dodge wide-body trims, which I'm not sure really add anything other than, cosmetic appeal. We also can't forget about the red-eye trims. They have 797 horsepower, and that's pretty much it for them. Anyway, next up are the Dodge Demons, which are like Hellcats, but they have 808 horsepower and even worse gas mileage. Not to mention, they're the second most expensive trim. Finally, we got the Jailbreak Hellcat. It's got over 800 horsepower, so it's got less than the Hellcat, and I believe it's the most expensive trim at over $100,000. And it's not just the sedans either. Even the SUVs get love, like the Durango RT, which again has a 5.7 liter V8 Hemi engine with 360 horsepower. Not to mention the 392 Durango, which are basically Scat Pack Durangos. These bad boys have a 6.4 liter V8 engine like its sedan counterpart and have 475 horsepower. Not to mention their all-wheel drive. Now we get to the big dog of Dodge SUVs, the SRT Hellcat Durango. It has 710 horsepower with a supercharged 6.2 liter V8 Hemi engine, just like its sedan counterpart. Now you may ask yourself, why do you need a supercharger? Let me ask you this counter question. Why wouldn't you need a supercharger? Just imagine this. You're on the freeway and you're blacked out Hellcat going 140 blasting Moneybag Yo, and every time you accelerate you hear and it's not just Dodge either. Ford has the 5.0 Mustang, Jeep has the SRT Jeep and the Trackhawk, and I think even the 392 Wrangler. Cadillac has the CTS-V. There are even Chrysler 300s with V8 Hemi engines. Now let's circle back to the type of people who buy these type of vehicles. They're mostly young people between the age of 18 and 25. You have a credit score between 560 and 650 and have to pay 30% APR for 84 months. These people know they can't truly afford them, and so they live above their means and can't pay the inhumane amount on their car note, and so these cars either get wrecked or they get repoed. And it sucks that the people who can actually afford them can't truly get their hands on one because of these wannabe rich people who actually really couldn't even afford the car note on a 2003 Ford Taurus want to try and live above their means. Now, I think Mopars are amazing vehicles. Sure, they may be a tad bit overrated, but overall, they are amazing. Their reputation comes from the morons who drive them, as people are saying, Hellcats are the new Mustangs, and Hellcats are boats. They're big and slow. But I think in the right hands, they can be very amazing performance and muscle cars. And well, we have all seen what happens when they fall into the wrong hands. Well, that's it for me, guys. Be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you won't miss another video. And on that note, Mopar or no car.
Yo, she wanted it without a doubt. Pay me for her up it at you. Now you mad because she wanna fuck me, nigga, fuck you.